And tonight's senior pinning ceremony is not defined to mean finality, because you're not at the end of your journey, but you've only just begun. Oliver Wendell Holmes, a noted author and physician, declared, "A mind stretched by new ideas never returns to its original dimension." And when you begin to stretch your mind and build your faith, then the parameters of your life expand greater as a result. I got news for you, and that is, you can't graduate to the next level by thinking small and surrounding yourself with small-minded people. Because you can never expect people with limited thinking to understand your unlimited dreams. Let me give you this one for free, and that is, if your dreams are affordable, then you're not dreaming big enough. You can't graduate and stretch to the next level if you're stifled by the opinions of other people. Malcolm X declared, if you can't handle criticism, then you're surely not ready for success. You have to realize that there will be critics, there will be cynics, there will be naysayers, and you sure enough know there will be haters, but you have to use them all as elevators and escalators to graduate to the next level. Tonight, the question is, what will you do with what you've been given? You're not leaving Oak Park High and heading to a college and university just so you can get a job to afford some red-bottom heels. This is not just so you can get a Louis bag or have a fancy car so you can pull up to the scene with your ceiling missing. There's got to be more in store. Proverbs 22:6 declares, train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. When they're older, they won't go to prison, they'll go to Princeton. When they're older, they won't do 4 years in jail, they'll do 4 years at Cornell and Yale. When they're older, they won't do 4 years in a prison house, they'll do 4 years at Spelman and Morehouse. When they're older, they won't do 4 years in a correctional facility. They'll do 4 years at a college or a university. Because I believe we got some young people in here tonight who got some swag. And swag is defined as someone who achieves greatness. Because you're not a chicken, you would believe if we pull up the mentality of our young people, not only will their minds go up, but their pants will too. And we have to understand, as I hasten to my close, that the real role models are not Jeezy, Weezy, Yeezy, and Jay-Z, but the real role models are you and me. And ladies and gentlemen, it is with quaking trepidation that I stand before you tonight, knowing that I'm woefully unqualified. I shouldn't even have this hallowed opportunity, because I stand before you, yes, as a college professor with a PhD, but all of that is my New Testament. And my Old Testament is that I enrolled in the School of Hard Knocks. My Old Testament is that I enrolled in the University of Adversity. I'm a living witness that the least likely can do the most mighty. Because your test is a testimony, your misery is ministry, your mess is a message, your stumbling block is a stepping stone. And God will use your setback as a setup for your greatest comeback. The reason I can say that is because all my life the odds have been stacked against me. If you were watching The Color Purple, I tell you, just like Sophia, that all my life I had to fight. Who told you what you can't do? Who told you what you can't become? Who told you what you can't overcome? They told me at the age of 15 that I'd never overcome being diagnosed with NHL. I thought it was National Hockey League. But it was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, to be diagnosed with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Stage 4 cancer at the age of 15. My own biological father never visited me one day in the hospital. Y'all see these waves tonight? I lost all my hair, chemotherapy and radiation 5 days a week. But I don't look like what I've been through because God is a restorer. And what I had to do, I had to understand that the first 3 letters in cancer is can. And a knockdown is not a knockout unless you stay down. You can't give up right now, you gotta keep fighting. After battling cancer and defeating it, my own guidance counselor looked at me at the age of 17 and said, Eddie, you'll never go to college. You are not college material. Don't even enroll in community college, you need to pick up a trade. But not only going to college did I do that, but I graduated from college 3 times. And I earned a PhD, but for her it stood for a player-hater degree. Let people doubt you, but don't let it stop you. As I peruse and scan this room, I see a number of people who are African American. And the last 4 letters in African and the last 4 letters in American spells what, y'all? Not just can, but I can. Who told you what you can't do? Who told you what you can't become and what you can't overcome? Some of us have it twisted tonight. You didn't get where you are. You didn't make it this far because of your GPA. You didn't make it this far because of your essay. Because you got a date for the prom on your arm. Because of your cool charm and good looks. You're not here because of your suit or your shiny shoes. Because you got the whole block following you on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But you got to understand that just because you think you halfway cute, you got a little money in your pocket, somebody prayed for you tonight. Somebody had you on their mind. Somebody took the time to pray for you. So I charge you, Oak Park senior class of 2016, you got to be relentless. You got to be radical. You gotta be revolutionary. You too great to be good. You too amazing to be average. You too excellent to be extraordinary. There's greatness in you. There's a king in you, brother. There's a queen in you, sister. Greatness flows through your DNA because your history is greater than what you've been through. Your history doesn't begin with slavery, but it begins with you understanding that there's a king and a queen inside of you. February is Black History Month, and you're sitting here on February the 4th to go forth. The dream of Dr. King lives in you. The radical roar of Malcolm X screams, by any means necessary. Frederick Douglass, Medgar Evers, invent like George Washington Carver. Reinvent like Fannie Lou Hamer. Rosa Parks, hit pain like poetry, like Maya Angelou. Knock out oppression like Muhammad Ali. Pick up the baton and run like Jesse Owens. Look at the clock and recognize it's your time like Benjamin Banneker. Let your ideas be like a light bulb ignited by the filament of a Lewis Latimer. You are modern day Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Stokely Carmichael. You come from Queens and you sure enough come from Queens. Be the rose that grows through the concrete. The words of a witty warrior by the name of Maya Angelou said, still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. It's your time to rise. Go forth and graduate to the next level. Let February spark your memory to take advantage of every opportunity. Let them tell you what you can't do. Let them doubt you, but don't you believe it. You don't have to be nasty and negative, but just send them a greeting card that says, thank you for not believing in me. Thank you for doubting me. I never would have made it without you. I never would have tapped into the strength that was in me all along. Use the negative steam to power your dream. Today's date, February 4th, already gives you your marching orders. February 4th symbolizes your opportunity to go forth. Go forth and get on the honor roll. Go forth and get knowledge. Go forth and apply and graduate from college. Go forth and turn your dream into a reality. Go forth and turn your greatest doubters into your biggest cheerleaders. Go forth and find peace from broken pieces. You ought to say, this day, February 4th, is my day to go forth and move forward by any means necessary. God bless you, and may the 4th be with you.